Good morning, children. Today we are continuing with the lesson India climate, natural vegetation, and wildlife. Now, in the last video, we studied about the climate, that India has very different kinds of climate is there, and then we studied about the seasons over here in India: winter season, summer season, monsoon, and retreating monsoon season. Now, distribution of rainfall. Now we are going to study about distribution of rainfall. So you can see in the map how it is placed. Dark regions are shown, those regions which are dark in color, they are showing that here the rainfall, they receive more than 300 or 400 centimeter of rainfall. This is northeastern state, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, and these are the other places like western coastal plains also, they receive heavy rainfall, while there are some region which receive very less rainfall. That is Rajasthan, you can see here, this part of Rajasthan here, and Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh part here, this also receive very less rainfall. Now, and the other, normally other regions are shown with different uh, range of rainfall. Let us now study. From the map showing the distribution of rainfall, you can see that the amount of rainfall is not same everywhere in India. Monsoon winds are irregular. These winds can cause floods in one part and drought in another part simultaneously. So, Cherrapunji and Mawsynram in Meghalaya have more than 800 centimeter of annual rainfall, and places like Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, it receive rainfall less than 12 centimeter. The western coastal plain, northeastern region receive more than 200 centimeter of rainfall, while Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana bordering receive less than 60 centimeter. Deccan Plateau also receive less rainfall. Tamil Nadu receive less rainfall from southwest, that is monsoon season may it doesn't receive, but it receive in the month of November and January. On an average, the country receives an annual rainfall of 120 centimeter. Now, let us begin with the natural vegetation of India. India is a big country, both latitudinally and longitudinally. It extends beyond 30 degrees. At certain places, its height can be measured more than 8,000 meters. It has a wide range of annual rainfall and temperature. In certain areas, the rainfall is below 25 centimeter, whereas in the wet areas of Meghalaya such as Mawsynram, the annual rainfall record may be well over 467 centimeter. With such varied climatic conditions, India has a wide range of natural vegetation and wildlife. Now, as the rainfall is varied, it varies. I mean, some places gets more rainfall, some places get less rainfall. We have natural vegetation, that means the plant life also. We have variety of plants and wildlife also, animals also. We have variety of animals in India. Now, types of natural vegetation in India. The natural vegetation in India can be simply classified into two groups: tropical forest and temperate forest. On the now why tropical? Because Tropic of Cancer passes through it. The tropical forest, the name is given tropical forest, and the temperate near the Himalayas. Besides this simple classification, there is another classification which is more which is more scientific and universal and geographically acceptable as well. This classification is based on rainfall and the relief. What is relief? Relief is the land, means which kind of land is there. Like for example, mountainous part is there and tidal forest. These are the two example of this. And based on rainfall, we have evergreen forest, deciduous forest, and thorny desert forest. So Evergreen forest means the places which receive more than 400 centimeter of rainfall. You will find such type of forest there. Thorny desert, very easy. The places which receive less rainfall, below 25 centimeter, they will have thorny desert type of forest. And tropical deciduous, the places which receive rainfall between 100 to 300 centimeter of rainfall, that is known as tropical deciduous forest. That is based on rainfall. Now based on relief, like those forests which are found on mountains, they are known as mountain forests, and those are found on tidal. Now what are tidal forest? Tidal forests are I will explain you, are those forests which are found in the areas where the fresh water and salty water mix up. So when we study in detail, I let you know about this. Now let us start studying about this in detail. Tropical evergreen rainforest, they are also called evergreen forest or semi-evergreen rainforest. So these forests are found along the length of windward side of Western Ghats and the larger areas of Northeast India, the places which receive more rainfall, and also in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are found in the areas with an annual rainfall of over 300 centimeter and temperatures ranging between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Evergreen forest, they have the tall trees with a close canopy, and there is a little undergrowth as the sunlight does not reach the ground of the jungle. These forests have broad leaves and hardwood trees. These trees reach a height up to 60 meter. You can imagine this. You are not living in that evergreen forest area. You are living in deciduous forest area where the tree's height is only up to 20 to between the range of 20 to 30 meters high. And these trees, they are double than those trees. The rainforests are called evergreen because they appear green throughout the year. As the trees, they shed their leaves and bear the new leaves at the same time. Means they keep on shedding the leaves and they keep on bearing the new leaves. The common species of these forests that are found here, that you have to learn this part also, are rosewood, mahogany, sesame, teak and bamboo. You have to learn this part. You have to learn this part. Okay, these type of forests are found in the areas which have the rainfall more than 300 centimeter. You have to learn this part. What are the characteristic? 3 things you have to learn: amount of rainfall, name of the species, and the characteristic of the forest. Now come to the next part, tropical deciduous forest. Now tropical deciduous forest, they are also known as monsoon forest. They cover a relatively much area of subcontinent. Trees in these forests are commercially far more important than those of the evergreen forest. The trees shed their leaves during the dry season, that is in the month of April and March, and shedding of leaves in summer help forest trees conserve moisture as water loss through evaporation is reduced. So what happens after April? What comes? May and June. So during that time, if there will be lot of leaves will be there, then it will absorb lot of moisture. So that absorb the moisture that will be there, and then evaporation of moisture will be there, because the leaves of the trees, they have the stomata through which the water goes out in the form of water vapor, that you might have studied in science. So that evaporation, water loss through evaporation is reduced. Trees of the tropical deciduous or monsoon forest are not as tall and dense as those of evergreen forest. So these trees are not so dense as well, they are not so tall. As I told you, here in the evergreen, they are tall, they get up to the height of 60 meter, but here you won't find such type of trees. Now the next is